Hi guys, Morgan or Morgan Devil here, and today we are here with a Dabi story, part 2 of Encounter. If you haven't already seen part 1, I recommend you watch that part in order for this thing to make sense. Anyways, before you get into the story, this does include violence because you know heroes and villains, they fight. That's what they do. Anyways, also my voice is kind of strained from doing voice impressions and all of this. My voice hasn't quite adjusted to getting used to doing this amount of reading because I haven't posted in like a shit ton of months, and now I'm just getting back into it. So yeah, this is surely going to be interesting for my voice. I just can only hope that it will heal. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the story, and let's get on with the read. Hope you enjoy. Walking out of the burning building, you see heroes in the fire department outside. Seeing so you just walked out with a villain that is no other than Dabi, who has numerous accounts of murder, manslaughter, arson, kidnapping, and so on. You really did not know what to expect from the heroes, but you could say you didn't really expect this much of a reaction from them. "Halt!" a hero shouted. You and Dabi turned to look at the long line of heroes preparing to attack you two at the slightest move. You looked back at the burned man and then back to the heroes before attempting to walk over to the fire trucks, only to be stopped by a hero. "Hey! I said halt!" You stared at the heroes in shock. You attempted to explain who you were, but you kept being told to be quiet and surrender. You stood quiet, only to listen in to the whispers going around. "Careful approaching them! We don't know the quirk of the second person that's with Dabi." "With?" You loudly muttered under your breath, getting annoyed at the situation. You were clearly in office-appropriate clothing and not in ragged villain clothing. You heard a slight chuckle from the burned man, causing you to look at him. "Well now, what did you expect? You walked out with a villain. Of course they're going to think that you were in on this. Or in their words, with me." You glared at the man, only for him to glare right back at you. He walked past you, so you were behind him, before he spoke. "You know, it's awfully rude to jump to conclusions such as those." The heroes stared at him confused, only for him to shoot out a burning hot blast of fire at them. Some of them getting injuries from the blast, but some dodged or used their quirk to block it. He let out a frustrated groan, seeing that some heroes still stood after a hard blast such as that. But that was his cue to leave. Him grabbing your wrist, and you two making a run for it. "Whoa, what are you doing?" You yelled at him, but allowing him to pull you through the alleyways and buildings in order to avoid heroes. "I'm saving you. Now in their eyes, you're an accomplice to a crime I committed, so now you're coming with me." He paused. "Unless you want to go back to the heroes and get thrown in jail, then be my guest," he said, his grip on your wrist weakening. Yeah, no, running from the heroes with you is better than jail right now." As soon as that sentence was finished, his grip on your wrist tightened again, pulling you along with him. "Good, then don't slow me down. If you do, I'll leave you behind." You nodded your head, basically saying you agreed to his terms. As you two ran for a while, adrenaline still flowing in your blood, you had no idea how you were still running, as you didn't often run unless you were late to your job. Otherwise, you really didn't do a lot of cardio. You gasped, looking to the right of you two, seeing a hero ready to use their quirk on you. Well, shit! Dabi, hide beside me, but keep running! You shouted at him. He reluctantly did as he was told. You saw a steel pipe on the ground ahead. You grabbed it, ready to throw it at the hero when they attacked. The hero's quirk was water. To any normal person, the strength of the water would have swept anyone away, but due to you not being affected by quirks, you were able to keep running and holding on to Dabi, making sure he would be okay. You stared at the hero, noticing that they were now at a weak point. They were charging up their water quirk. You aimed the best you could at throwing the pipe at the hero. It knocked them down for a while. You and Dabi sprinted as far as you both could before hiding in the alleyway, both of you catching your breath. That had to be the most I ever ran in a while, you exclaimed, leaning against the wall. Dabi focused his attention on you before speaking. Not surprised, but get used to it if you're going to run with me. He looked at you before looking farther in the alley. Hey, in the meantime, we can hide in there for a while. We need to wait this dilemma out. He spoke, pointing at a huge crack in the wall leading to an abandoned grocery store. You nodded, following him inside, you both finding a place to hide and proceeding to wait out the hero's hunt for you two. Oh my god, that was... My voice is so dead. My throat is so fucking dry right now, but because that is the most Dabi has ever fucking talked in this story, and I'm just like, wow. And I had to like retake this for so many times. I'm sure it's still going to sound like shit because I accidentally skipped through words or didn't like put the words together as they were supposed to go through in a sentence. But it's cool. Hopefully it's still fine. I'm too tired to do anything about it. Anyways, link to first part in the whole series is in the description. All the stuff's in the description, blah blah blah. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Morgan or Morgan Devil is out. Goodbye.